Fresh out of college, like you want to know like that your education can make a difference, right? Like you put all this hard work, you know what to do, you're smart, and like now you can start seeing how that can help someone else. And along with the Lavender Agenda, which is what we call the blog or newsletter, I'm also in charge of the social media account. So I'm trying to get more people to follow us, more people to like click on our things and just be more visible out there.
Well, so I just really hope my work helps people in the long run. In the SELA Collaborative, I am doing data cleanup, so we could basically have all the data ready to upload in a client relationship management system, which is also known as the CRM, and it's basically to get a better understanding of the relationship SELA has within the community. And
certain environmental messages kind of shame people on the individual level, but that's really not what we're about. This is we're a community. We're all doing this together. There are ways that we can make this better and improve the situation, and it goes back to the earth. It goes back to things that nature has already shown us that it's capable of doing. We're trying to get as much feedback from these communities, from these areas, and this is throughout Southern California, about what people want to see happen with state funding and essentially their tax money, how they want that to be used in their communities in water infrastructure projects, with the ultimate goal of being sustainable water futures for California. Because
I want to help serve underserved communities in LA for sure. So we're doing a monthly cleanup crew where we'll go to a different city in Southeast LA every month and just clean up from like 8 to 11. So we started doing that.
I'm working on a campaign, a civically engaged campaign, which means we're trying to get the community more engaged. And some of them are basically just kind of we believe the community might be having questions on, like the whole situation with how can they get in contact with the people that they need to, that are important to make those big decisions for the community.
We sent surveys, technological surveys, to parents so that their kids can get laptop assistance, Wi-Fi, hotspots, anything like that. So those surveys were sent out to them, and then I followed up by calling all the parents and asking them if they received the email, or if they want me to send it to them in Spanish, or just if they had any questions. So that was cool.
One of them is I'm working on a Latino database fact sheet, which is a lot of data and research collection. Once I got into my role, like the tasks started to pick up, and then that's where I kind of found that's where I found my place within ABC. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm supporting anybody that needs help. If from like the project coordinator to the marketing manager to like the civic engagement leader, if any of them are overwhelmed with tasks, they say, hey, Natalia, could you help me out? Could you research this? Oh, could you help me fill out this? Yeah, I'll do it.
And I do a lot of research. So the one research that kind of stuck to me was LAUSD. So it was parents suing LAUSD. When I researched about parents suing LAUSD, it was a lot of parents just angry that their kids don't have computers or basic Wi-Fi needs, because my mom is a preschool teacher for LAUSD, and hit me because when my mom is, on Zoom with her students, some of them don't show up because they don't have Wi-Fi or they don't have like tablets.
Since I have like this biochemistry background, I'm going into the research papers and I'm like analyzing the data. And like trying to empower the community to get like resources and new knowledge and in the long run for them to be able to attain and to be able to find things on their own.
So my project with the FIS that I'm working on currently, what I just finished was I made a how-to template. I helped assist them with the campaign, so I got tasked also with creating a business proposal for volunteers to help alongside. So by making it so they can contact who they need to contact and get in touch with those people, that is allowing them to better distribute and allocate their resources.
At FIS, I'm currently the Organizational Operations Fellow. So I've been working on just updating their office manual and creating this onboarding, offboarding handbook.
Recently, I've just been working on creating a handbook on this big initiative project that they had last year. I've worked with the organization before, so they're called the Parent Warriors. Also interviewing the Parent Warriors to learn more about their process and interviewing the community. So it's been a pretty big project.
So right now, some of the projects I've been working on is I have been teaching a couple classes. I teach the Code 1 class that they offer there. I teach it every Tuesday and Thursday. I also teach an adult digital literacy class. Things that we have going on right now is for the COVID vaccine. So we're trying to open up like a little space where we could help the elderly, so people that are 65 and over, because we know that they have a lot of problems when it comes to technology. So right now I feel like with the work that I'm doing, especially with the kids, is they have like a place to kind of like interact. They can always come in. I always ask them, how and such, and they always tell me about their day.
But with this fellowship, it allowed me to kind of take a deeper look into nonprofits, and so I've been really grateful that I've learned so much from SEDC. Lucky I was able to do community canvassing for one of the programs we did have for the tutoring program, and so what that looked like, I was able to map out places where I knew that it was a hotspot where a lot of people are at, and because I am bilingual, my Spanish speaking skills allowed me to communicate with the community by giving them flyers, letting them know in Spanish, like if you call here, they will help you in Spanish. So that's not a worry, because we know that language barriers is a reason why many folks don't reach out. It definitely, I think at the beginning when we started the program and we were doing our trainings, one of the things that I mentioned was that it bridges our education or the university with our community. And I think that's very important. And so when I think of why civic engagement is really important, it's because we're serving our communities.
I was talking to Lilia, I was like, I never knew this program would, this program existed, and especially with it's helping SELA communities, and that's pretty much a community that I'm very close to because I actually live in one of the communities. So it's very very great, and it's great to see how nonprofits they're also putting a lot of effort and wanting to make it better for SELA community citizens and stuff. So the department I got placed into is the health education department, and I've been closely working with their coalition called My Community, My Health Coalition, and which is in collaboration with the Ultimate organization, and it's just overall making sure we can offer resources, health education. There are 3 various work groups that we have under the coalition, in which is our youth empowerment work group, our chronic disease work group, and as well as our environmental work group. So I closely work with my supervisor, Alicia, and I usually help with creating meetings or collecting events for our newsletter that we send out monthly. as well as just overall doing research so we can help each work group and just to overall continue helping out the Southeast Los Angeles communities.
As for the work that I do at Ultimate, I'm basically just a intern who researches. I help compile literature reviews with other team members, and that's the bulk of what I do for health equity research, which includes a little of the work that Adriana's doing. So thank you for that, Adriana.
We're always working on like monthly newsletters for everyone, fellow trainings every Friday, like at least once, like every month. And currently we're working on a project where we're gonna be taking in some new fellows. Sometimes the fellows also have some information to share with us about their experiences or just personal knowledge, and I feel like that just helps us grow like as a group.
We're chiseling right now. We're trying to see, okay, well, what are our roles? How should this program be? What can we implement in the future that can stick? Even I'm learning from them. I mean, like we mentioned in the trainings, it's not to teach you. We're just kind of sharing our knowledge of like things that we pick up, like that we research ourselves, and like, by networking with the supervisors from different fellows, things like that. Like, we get a little bit of knowledge and we put them into like a training for you guys, and we learn just as you guys do.